Alright, what's up YouTube? Today we're going to do little bitty tiny ones. We're going to do some 1/32 ounce. Of course I'm using Patriot Baits jig heads. We're going to do it just like we do every jig. We'll put that base coat on. Sally Henson hard as nails. Get it at Walmart. And I'm not really sure the size of that. It's kind of heavy for this. I really don't need anything that heavy, but we'll just do some light wraps on them. Not quite as much as what we normally do. Trim our excess off right there. Tighten that down just a little bit. It moved on me. And what we're going to do, when you're tying jigs with hackle, you end up cutting that real sharp point off. That's usually what you use, and you got almost that much left over that's waste. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut all this right here off and get enough of it to wrap the tail of that jig. And I've got lots of this, so we're going to do some chartreuse, some black. It's kind of hard to do. You want to try to gather as much of it up with your fingers and cut down the spine of that. And we're going to put that, it's not much, we're going to wrap that on. There's not a whole lot there, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing with some black feathers. We're going to take some of the excess off that. So remember that if you're tying with hackle, save those feathers, or those are things you can tie it with. So we got a little black, we got a little chartreuse in there, and I think I'm going to put just a little bit more. And actually, I just seen that. Grab a hold of it with your fingers, you can kind of pull it right off that spine. Put a little more chartreuse right on top of it. Let's wrap it all the way back up, just clean it up some. Got it all cinched down. These will make, no, they should make pretty good bluegill jigs. All the way back here, because we got that, you know, it's a small jig head, so we don't want to build the body up any more than what we got to. Wrap it all the way to the tip of the hook. Bring it all the way back up to the head. Now we're going to put a little more of the cement on it. And just wrap your chenille up. This is a fine, I think it's the size of it. It's pretty small. So we're going to go ahead and whip finish it. Pull it out, pop it loose. But it kind of gives you a good idea what you can do with some of your leftover scrap. You know, that way you're not throwing so much away, because when you buy that hackle, you're not using a whole lot of it. And that hackle, you know, if you're tying jigs, you know it's not cheap. So it kind of gives you an idea, you know, it's not all got to be thrown away. You can find a use for it. That's what we end up with. Little 1/32 ounce bluegill jig, and it might, it's going to be just as good for crappie too. When those crappie get finicky, here in the summertime when it gets really hot and they get deep, sometimes they don't want something big, something huge in their face. Sometimes just that little profile will help trigger some of those bites. That's what we got. Like I said, don't throw all your stuff away, just because you use the tip of that hackle. Save it. Hold on to it. And it, comes out pretty good. Not bad. That's about all I got tonight. I think I'm going to tie me up a dozen or so. Half dozen. Questions, comments, something you want to see, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, let you know every time I type something new. But that is it. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one.